Good evening. How are y'all doing today? I look straight at the light and not at the camera. Yeah, dropped the ball on the first thing. All right. So tonight I wanted to go live and just chat around a little bit. Oh, come on, give me my chat window back. Hassan's in the house. That was a quick one. Good evening. And there it is. I even typed it in the chat. Tonight I was going to do a little bit of a roundtable live stream. I was going to go shoot a video today, and I got caught up in ham radio activities instead and didn't actually get the camera gear out of said camera bag to be able to do the live stream. Listen at me. To be able to do the video. So tomorrow evening I'm planning on shooting my video content. Good evening. Is it Diane? Am I reading that right? Is that an I or an L? Give me a phonetic pronunciation there, so I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. Good evening to you, until I do get that confirmation. But I got a couple of things tonight, and I was figuring I'd just spool up the stream, chat with you guys about it, and just see where it went from there, because we always seem that, we always seem to have a good time, because it always gets derailed. All right, Diane. And we go down rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole. We always have fun, but it never ends on whatever I started the subject matter at. Well, today we're going to do an unboxing. A friend of mine cleaned out their closet. Good evening, Tim. How you doing? A good friend of mine cleaned out their closet and found this in it. Okay, this box is made, let me cover it up, by the Polaroid Corporation. All right, I'm going to get this glare off of it. There we go. Okay, notice how old this box is. Yeah, it contains a land camera. Okay, I never realized how big a land camera is until they gave this to me. Look at this thing. It's enormous. I don't know what year this one is. Good. But it's complete. If I had film, it would take photos. Let me remember, see if I can remember how to get it to deploy. I think I pushed this button. Yep, there we go. Okay, there comes that. Now, do I pull that? Oh, no, that ain't right. There it is. Okay, look at the size of this thing. It's huge. I mean, here's my Leica SL for comparison. Get my hand out of the way. The bellows on it is in good shape. Yeah, it's a beautiful camera. I really wish you could get film for it. It'd be awesome to take photos with it. Let's see here. Where's the shutter? Is that the shutter? No, I don't know what that does. Maybe it's the shutter? I don't know. Or is that the shutter? I don't remember. I really don't know. Oh, that opens the film door. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there's where the film cartridge went. Polaroid land camera, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Got a bunch of patent dates on it. Oh, that's how you, yeah, make sure both sides lock. Oh, okay. I really don't know where the shutter release is. I don't know. I don't have the instruction manual with it. So, but it's a cool decoration in the meantime. But it's like brand new. It was well cared for. But how they say it, the gifts keep on giving, or the gift that keeps on giving, because this wasn't all. Let me set this thing aside. I'll set it over here. Set this box away. I also got the flash. Oh, there is a pack of film from probably the 70s. Dollar says this pack of film is done. It's swollen and it feels weird, so I'm pretty sure it's trash. But I have the actual flash module with the vintage ever-ready battery, nonetheless. It's a photography or photo battery because it's square. It's not a AA. It's 22.5 volts. I even have one of the. Yeah, this is unused. That's a flash bulb, what looks like to be with magnesium hair in it, and it's intact. Yeah, it's all in there. That's not scorch marks. That's the actual filament. Got a live bulb. What's this? Oh, use Polaroid Speedy. There's an advertisement card in here. Let me see. But yeah, you open it up. This door hinges down, and then you insert the bulb into the flash module, and it's got a cold shoe mount on the camera. And then this sync cable plugs in somewhere. But yeah, there's the cold shoe mount right there. And then the cable jacks in somewhere on this thing. Probably, is that a tripod screw? Yeah, that's a tripod thread. Somebody in the chat's probably screaming at the computer right now, "You idiot! There's a button!" This has got a hinge and a what? No. This keeps making a shutter sound. That may be what fires it. That little red button. I don't see the cold shoe. Oh, that's right. We got to pop up the viewfinder. But there's no cold shoe doohickey. That's the release lever. It plugs in somewhere. Probably on the lens. Yeah, there it is. Goes right there. Okay. That's why the cable is so long. Yeah, so it'll get around there to it. But it doesn't stop there, because there was also this box. This is the box that contains the hen's teeth. Notice the cool little Polaroid leather case. Inside this box, complete with the instruction manual, is the close-up lens kit. These lenses all snap on to the front of the lens on the camera. I don't know if you can see it or not. Maybe if I move a little closer and zoom in so you can see it. They got some fungus and dust on them. Let me see. No, it's just dust. They're clean. But let me focus in on this a little bit. There we go. Right there. Factory close-up lenses. And they're just dusty. I thought they had fungus on them, but they're not. They're fine. This one, this particular one, let's see if it gives me some kind of spec. The aluminum housing is a little corroded. It's got some stuff wrote on it. Yeah, here we go. This one is number 2. So they're numbered. They're in a sequence. Alright, where did I set the box? Oh, here it is. But it's a full set of them. Oh, I'm out of focus now. Get myself in focus. I manually focus the camera so it don't hump focus. There we go. Now, let's see. What's this end one? Is that ND filters? Has it got ND filters too? Well, surely not. This last one's real tight. It's also different. Oh, I see. I think I know what this is. Since it's close up, yeah. That is. Oh, it don't come out. Okay, since you have close-up filters, to be able to focus with them, this little round thing is a tape measure. So you can measure the distance from the camera to the subject and it be in focus. It sure is. And it's got special markings on it that have to do with the close-up lenses. Yeah, it's a standard tape measure made by Walsco, made in the USA, serial number R12, whatever that means. It says field size on one side and camera focus on the other. And it's got all these measurements and information. It sure does. Goes out to about 3 foot. But yeah, it's built into the little case. They riveted it to it. Can you believe that? This probably needs to be in a museum somewhere. Just truth be known. I couldn't believe it. They just kept coming out with stuff for this thing. The unused flash bulb. How many of them can there still be? For real. They just can't. I'd be afraid to even put an ohm meter on it to check continuity for fear that it would light it off. Because I don't know how much voltage it takes to turn this on. Of course, the original Ever-Ready 22.5 volt battery leads me to believe it takes at least 22 volts. But I don't know. It's a BC Photo Flash B-C battery. And it's not corroded at all. I guess because it was allowed, it wasn't in the machine, I guess. So it didn't off gas. Trying to see, it looks like something was wrote on the back of it and felt tip pen, but it's faded out. But the original Ever-Ready battery. It's kind of hard to see because of the light. Yeah, whatever. It don't have the cat and the lightning bolt. You know, the early Ever-Ready batteries had the little picture of the cat with the lightning bolt. Let me catch up on the chat. What year is that? I have no idea. Let's see. Oh, hey. Yes, I do. September 22nd, 1954. That's the date stamped inside the lid of this box for these close-up lens kit. I hit a home run. I know what year, well, the close-up kit is. I'm assuming they bought it when they bought the camera. Good Lord, this thing is enormous. Now I got to remember how to shut it. Let's see. There goes that. Okay. And then I think you push these in. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. This thing, you could fight off muggers with this thing. I mean, it's a huge camera. And it's heavy. I guarantee you it weighs 4 or 5 pounds. You didn't just throw this around your neck and just strike off down the street. It might even weigh more than that. This thing is heavy. It's all steel. Definitely treasures. Yeah. I can't believe all this stuff. They just kept coming up with stuff. And the fact that it has, like, the documentation. Let's see. Oh, look. The pictures, let's see, one is of a portrait of a woman smoking a cigarette. One is of a flower. One's of a document, because you might want to take a photo of a document, you know, spies. And then one is a picture of a butterfly, and it's filling the frame. Let's see here. Let me get this up here where y'all can see this. Let's see. Let me get the camera focus a little closer. Come on, focus in. There it is. Yeah, look. Come on. I just tore it. Darn. Look at that. That's one of the portraits. Let's see. I can get the direct light off of it. It'll show up better. I'm out of focus now. There we go. Yeah, you can't see the document real well because there you go. The paper is rotten. I just barely pulled on it and tore it. So... But if you unfold it, I'm assuming it tells you how to use them. Yeah, it tells you how to read the tape measure and everything. So I can get it opened up. Turn it around without it falling apart in my hand. All right, let me turn it away from the light. If I can get the light off of it. Yeah, there. How to read the tape measure. Look at that. Hold on. In the middle of a phone call, There. Let's see here. Get this back in the box. The lid on said box. There we go. I can't believe it. Photography has come a long way in 70 years. Yes, it has, most assuredly. Got the mother load. Makes me wonder if someone could rig a Raspberry Pi to that thing to make it somehow digital. Somebody 3D printed a back, and somehow you take it off. You take the factory one off. I guess you pull the hinge pin, and they put their iPhone in it. And the iPhone looks through the lens of the land camera, and it gives you, you get the characteristics of the lens. And it gives you, and you get kind of the ergonomics of it and everything, but you still had to take the picture on the phone. You didn't get to use the shutter on the camera. Here, what year? But yeah, I was just catching up on the chat. I just thought I would share that with you guys because I couldn't believe all this stuff. I couldn't believe the condition everything is in. It's all in like new condition. What's this? Oh, there's another box. Oh yeah, there was an extra item, but it's not part of the land camera. We'll talk about that in just a second. I got to put the flash stuff back in the box of the flash. We'll save that battery. This is called the Polaroid Speedliner Land Camera. Oh, it's the Model 202 flash gun to go with the Speedliner Land Camera. Okay. Let's see. Does the box say what model this land camera is? Speedliner Model 95A. 60 seconds from snap to print. Speedliner Model 99A, huh? Wonder if that'll come up on a Google search window. You gotta spell it right. Was it 99? 95A. 95A. Let's see. I don't want to see them for sale. Totally designed, built-in house, not for use company. Oh no, this is somebody selling you something. Okay. Vintage Camera Lab. Maybe that's going to give me some good information. Introduced in 1954. So I guess they bought it new in 1954 because that's the date stamped on the macro lens kit. Huh. Wow. And it's 70 years old. Oh, it's got a little pop-out deal on the lens. No, this one don't do that. Unless this pops down. Oh, it does. Huh, okay. So you got the latch, and then this little thing folds out. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, Lord, why didn't somebody say something? Get myself back in focus, and I didn't know I was all blurry. But this little tab folds out so that when it's deployed, it'll stand up. It's the foot that keeps it from falling over. I gotta push these in, I think. There we go. Push them down. All right. But yeah, there's a picture of it on this web page. That's how I can see it. Let's see. If I do it this way. Here's the one I looked up online, and as you can see, they've got the little foot deployed. That's how I figured it out, because they showed me. But yeah, it shows it was made in 1954, and it's got a little bit of a history blurb here. 130 millimeter f8.8 lens from 1/12 to 1/100th of a second shutter speeds and bulb mode. So you could do even slower shutters. Hey, it tells me how to use it. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I thought that was pretty epic. Everybody gets to see the land camera. Now, if I can just find some of this that ain't going to be super mega double expired, you can actually take a picture with it. Polaroid brought back the regular Polaroids. Maybe they'll bring back these. I don't think this goes in it. I'm pretty sure that's the wrong kind of film cartridge. That looks like the film that goes in the regular Polaroids that we're used to seeing. I'm pretty sure. What I think happened, if I'm right, they bought Polaroid film that goes in like the, what is it, what's the ones from the 70s and early 80s? The one the Impossible Project brought back. I don't remember the model number now. I bet this fits that, because that's what it looks like. Because it's got electrical contacts on it, so it knows if it's out of film or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, Dollar says they bought that by accident and never used it. Somebody in the Polaroid community is probably crying when they see this on the stream. So yeah, I don't have expired film for it. I have expired film for the other one. Oh, let's see here. I got to get my chat window back up. Are you aware you've been out of focus for several minutes? I am now. If you haven't done it yet, hit the like button. Let's get some likes on this video while we're doing it. And make sure I ain't missing anything else important, like the fact I was out of focus. I love to do that at least once in every stream. Show somebody something up close and then forget to put the focus back when I'm done because I get distracted with the device. But the other item I got, let me see if I can fish it out without tearing up too much stuff. My sister found at a yard sale. Now, it doesn't have the bulb. This is a Leica camera, Leica Wetzlar, made in Germany. This basically, it's Leica. And it's the remote flash cube for, I think it's for the original, the ones from the 40s. Was it the Model 2A and all that? But this thing unlatches and it folds up. So you can store it. Then this piece comes off, okay. Then you can put that in your camera bag, see? And there's supposed to be some kind of funky battery that goes in here. There's a cartridge, and where's the cell went in that powered it. And it's all marked Ernest Leica Wetzlar, Germany. Even on the battery housing. Let me see here. This goes here. But yeah. She found this at a yard sale somewhere. And she was going to try and flip it and make a buck on it, you know. But since you can't use them on anything, nobody really wants them. So she couldn't sell it. She was like, if you don't want it, I'm going to just throw it away. I was like, I absolutely want it. I want to decorate my room with it. Oh, I've done got the little thing stuck. There we go. But yeah, once you deploy it out, it creates the parabola by flexing it a little bit, and you bring it down. There's a little hook right here, and it hooks on the edge of this other one right in front of it, and that's what creates the cone shape of the reflector. It's just aluminum. They're just little stamped aluminum blades. It's a neat little device. Yeah, but yeah, a Leica flash bulb holder. So yeah, I'm starting to collect antique camera gear apparently. Ken's here. How you doing, Ken? At least I'm in focus now. Michael had to remind me that I was not in focus for like a long time. But yeah, I got my memorabilia going. Let's see here, set this aside. Today I worked on my radio, the one that's over here in the corner. Let's see. Let me pull the chat over a little bit. You can't really see it. If I move the camera, you could, but yeah, I'm not going to do that. By the time I got it dialed back in, it would be time to shut down the stream. But trust me, there's a ham radio that runs on a Raspberry Pi that's right there. And that radio has a 5-volt regulator circuit in it. It's a little chip. It's got 4 pins, and it's real simple to replace. But it was generating what is known as RF hash. It was making noise that was getting into the radio. And I bought a higher quality one and installed it today and was using it a little while ago, and it was working really well. That's some of the stuff I've been doing today. I went and done a parks on the air activation. Had a good time, made a bunch of contacts. Some with that radio. That's when I decided it really needed the 5-volt regulator because I was starting to get a lot of noise. And some with, well, the other one's still in the truck. It's a Pentax Argonaut 5. It's one of my more favorite portable radios. Pentax is my all-time favorite radio brand from way back in the day. Like when Jack Birchfield founded it, he was the kind of guy that I would have strived to be. But he was a legit electrical engineer. He designed some of the best radios I ever used, in my opinion. It's kind of a cult following, though. If you're a Morse code guy like me, then you like Pentax radios. It's just kind of a rule for some reason. Those and Elecraft. Elecraft is also a real big loved radio in the Morse code community, and it's because of the way they've engineered them. And the other one I like is in the truck as well, as I've been taking them to the parks with me. And it's the one made by Ham in Pennsylvania. It's called the Pentax TR35. It's a little tiny radio. You can find all these radios and pictures of them on my amateur radio blog because I write about them every week. There's it goes back. If anybody knows, Hat made it in. Hey, how you doing? If y'all haven't hit the like button yet, go over and go ahead and hit it. It's right down at the bottom of the screen. It's real easy. I mean, it doesn't even take much energy on your finger or anything. Just click, off you go. But yeah, those are my kind of go-to radios. And this SBIT-X is a newcomer to the thing, and it's more of a tinker radio. You play with it on the air. Ooh, I'm overdriving pretty hard, ain't I? Y'all need to let me know these things. I looked down and seen the sound meter bouncing off that gum warning track up there. But that radio is meant for experimenting. It's designed from the outset to be taken apart and tinkered with, and you go in it and you change things and try stuff with it. And so far, I've done a good bit of stuff to it, and I've had a lot of success with it. I really enjoy using it, but wow. Guys, this thing is bouncing off the top of the signal. One. Yep, there it is, red. Okay, so maybe I should move it a little further away. How about that? There we go. But I got to learn the distance thing. I'm not used to using one of these mics. I'm used to using the lav mic, and you measure it like this is from your mouth to the mic, and it's this whole thing. This is different. But that SBIT-X radio has quickly become one of my favorites because of its easy use and the fact that it's a computer. So, since it's a computer, it unlocks a lot of stuff that traditional radios won't let you do, like having saved message memories. You can have literally as many as you want on the SBIT-X because it's just a text file. But on the other radios, it's a chip that has so many characters of storage, and you can't exceed that, and it's very limited. So yeah, that's just one of the few things that it can do so much better than other things. That's just an easy one to say, but yeah. So it's over here. I've been messing with it this evening. I've had it on the air and playing with it. The other thing that I got in the box of goodies beside an entire suite of land camera parts, is something I had never seen before either. It's an M42 mounted 2X teleconverter. Never seen one of these before. That was a new one on me. I was hoping there was going to be some M42 lenses in there, but nope. It says it's the ADA Auto Kino Telex 2X made in Japan. It looks exactly like a Asahi Optical. And the ADA may be something to do with Asahi Optical. But yeah, an M42 2X teleconverter. That was pretty cool. It's the littlest teleconverter I think I've ever seen. And it come with a lens cap. To get the M42 lens cap is kind of rare. I only have, maybe, including this one, 3. That's all of them. Yeah. That's a pentax cap because it's got the P on it. The hat says, ooh, I had a few of those for a while. Not sure how I ended up with them. Yeah, this one, it's got the little red case and everything. But they were cleaning out the attic, found all this stuff. The ones I had were quite terrible, to be honest. A lot of the really old teleconverters I have found the same thing. They're real cloudy, or it makes the image soft. You lose a lot of sharpness, it seems, when you go to these vintage teleconverters. The new ones don't seem to do it near as much. Like the new Nikon one I have the TC 1.4 Gen 3, and that thing is beautiful. Man, it works so well. But yeah, it's cool. It's a cool little piece of memorabilia. So, what have you guys seen in the photography world today that we need to talk about? I see what's happening now. It's bouncing and it turns the whole bar red to let you know you maxed out. I need to put a limiter in there somewhere. I thought I had one on it, but apparently I don't. I'm pretty sure I can add that. I'll do that after this stream. I'm learning, guys. I'm getting this streaming stuff figured out. I can't share this screen with you so that you can see what I see, but this OBS software is kind of it's very powerful, but it's real easy to use, but you just got to spend time to learn where all the stuff is. Yeah, I have it in studio mode. That's why I can see 2 screens. But did anybody go and do anything interesting in photography today? I'm going to ask you guys a question. Because like I said, I was going to go. I got the SL2 and the Pentax 50mm f1.4. Spoiler alert. There'll be videos pretty soon with this guy. I got it out. It's a K-mount lens. Let's see here. Get it loose. This is the lens I was going to use. It was also raining today, so I didn't want to get this lens out in the rain because this lens is optically beautiful. Has a 8-bladed aperture. It's octagon style aperture. I don't know if you can see that with that glare of that ring light. Kind of hard to tell. But what happened to my meter? There we go. Let's just do this there. Now, catching up on myself. But yeah, it's the SMC Pentax Asahi Optical Company, Japan, 50mm f1.4. And what I love about it is the kinesthetic engagement, like the focus ring sputter, the aperture ring. Listen, there's you some ASMR or AMSR, whatever that term is. It's positive. You don't change the aperture and people not know it. Man, it feels good. It's just like any classic pentax lens. The outermost two aperture settings, it's a whole stop to the next one, and then it's hashed through the middle. So you can actually, yeah. And then when you get to the end, yeah, it's a whole stop from f1.4 to 2, and then halves all the way to 16, and then it's a whole to 22. But yeah, this is a beautiful lens. It's one of the two actual K-mount lenses I have. I have to get the pen lined up. There it goes. And I have this one, and I have the 75 to 150 millimeter zoom, both of which I really love. These are wonderful lenses. I don't have the factory lens cap for this one, but it works. Oh. Let's see. Photography-wise, nothing new today. I have, however, finally got some test shots off my ZF with the 50 f1.8 S Prime. That lens is a work of art. Oh, wow. Yeah, Aaron, I think, still has his 50 millimeter S lens. I had the 85 when I had my Z6, but I never shot with it. At the time, I was real big on the Fuji X-T3, and the lenses I was using at the time on the X-T3 were like 50, 55 millimeter, 58. I had a whole bunch of lenses like that I was using on it. So I figured that the natural progression would be 85 millimeter on full frame. So I bought that one. Used it one time, made a review. Might have took it one other time to the field, maybe once. And that was it. It just sat on the shelf. I never took it out and done anything with it. So I sent it to Robert's Camera, sold it to them. I just didn't have any use for it. I had moved to 50 millimeter on full frame. After I moved away from the XT3, I just started shooting 50 mil on the full frame cameras, and I liked it. So I just stuck with that. So yeah, I should have got the 50. I wonder why they didn't make a 50 in the retro style lenses. I know the 40 mil is a full frame. Is that 28 mil a full frame, or is it a crop center only? Is it for the ZFC? Because, you know, they made the little retro 28, but I don't remember if it was a full frame footprint lens or if it was a crop center lens. Still saving up for the ZF. I've got 3/4 of the money, but I don't have it all yet, so I ain't bought it yet. I keep checking the chat. There we go. Scratch my head like a dog because my ear itches right, or not my ear, my forehead itches right beside my ear and right above my little glasses. If I remember correctly, the Retro 28, there is a Retro 28 for full frame. I thought so. You know, and everybody was putting it on the ZFC at the time. That gives you that, 40 mil field of view, or 43 or whatever, something like that. And now they got a 40 for the full frame. So now you got a 28 and a 40. I'm curious what they'll do next. I like the idea of the 40. I really do. Okay, I'm going to ask you another question. Yep, there is. Is the 40 millimeter weather sealed? I need to pull that up on here. Let me just bring that up and we'll see. Well, I got everything. There we go. Found B&H photo. Let's just pull that over. Now, here on B&H, we can pull up the specs and we can read about it a little bit. There's the overview. I don't want to watch a video. I just want to know. Bright f2 aperture. That's nice. Oh, come on. Block. I said block it. I'm looking for seeing if it's weather sealed. Programmable control ring. Hey, that's cool. So I'm assuming that's the focus ring that you can change, set to adjust manual focus, but can also be used to control aperture or exposure compensation. That's pretty cool. Now, you could run aperture priority and then use it for exposure compensation on the fly and then use autofocus on the camera. That's pretty slick. I like that idea. Because I like to use exposure compensation because the camera wants to balance the whole image. And when I use spot metering, it bugs me because as the spot moves across stuff, it's brightening and darkening the frame constantly. It's a frustrating, kind of exercise in futility. So I like to run matrix metering, and then I'll manually myself add or subtract exposure compensation to brighten or darken the subject so that I get the picture I want. And having it on that lens barrel so I don't have to fiddle with little levers and knobs on the camera body where I could just spin the dial and darken the frame, that would be glorious. I like that idea. Specialized electromagnetic aperture, rounded 9mm aperture pins, integrated coatings, 2 spherical elements. Come on, dude, tell me if it'll shed water. The camera will. Surely this thing will. Specs. There we go. It does not have stave. That don't matter. Full frame, Z mount, 40mm, 6 elements, autofocus. Doesn't talk about it. That's usually a sign, since they're not bringing it up. Because I guarantee you, that would absolutely be something they would be thumping their chest about if it was. Straddling wide and narrow, distinct focal length, spontaneous this and that and the other. Oh, it just moved me down. Okay. Yeah. Doesn't look like it's weather sealed. Do they mark them on the front like Fuji does? Where it says WR for weather resistant? Doesn't say it. Darn. I looked. No. All right. Well, that's the way it works. Let me see here. Well, I'm trying to get my chat window back up. Good evening. Let's see. Did you hear about Pentax released 2 new old 50mm f1.4 lenses? One is designed to produce rainbow flares. No, I didn't. Dude, that'd be awesome. Let's see. I did see where Pentax is going to release a film camera. Overexposed talked about it on his video. That'll be cool if they ever actually get it to market. Good evening, Ron. Thank you for stopping by. All right, I've had this stream going for the better part of 40 minutes. Let's see here. Guess you'll have to get the 50 f1.2 so it's weather sealed. Thank you, Ray. Yeah, can I pull that knife out? Oh. Y'all hit the like button if you haven't done it yet, the newcomers, just in case. Nikon states the lens itself is weatherproof. However, it does not have a rubber gasket on the mount. It does, however, have a plastic lip, which overhangs by 1mm or so people have commented on it. Huh. It's the FA 50mm f1.4 Classic. That's awesome. Thank you, John. I'll look that up. Because, yeah, there's a legit vintage Pentax 50mm f1.4. I'm going to shoot it on my SL2 tomorrow evening. I got to work tomorrow, so I'm an enabler with no self-control. There's a lot of truth in that. All right, guys. I got to hang it up. I've got to take this phone call, and somebody's outside. I think my sister just come back from borrowing my truck. All right. So with that, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and I'm going to tell you to get your camera out and go take a picture with it. And I thank you for stopping in on the stream. And until next time, we'll see you soon.